Alrighty, this is a video I'm going to try and do sort of quick for a Mr. Ramiro down in Mexico City. I don't know much Spanish. Que pasa? Como está? Anyway, he had asked about this head right here. This head is a solid state amplifier head. It's 350 watts. That's what it's rated at. And it's called the Shockwave GT3500H. Okay, it has 3 channels on it. A clean channel right here, a rhythm, and a solo channel. Now on your clean channel, you do have a high, a mid, a low, and your volume. On the rhythm, you have a high, mid, low. You also have level, which is the same as volume on the clean. Level is the volume on the rhythm, whereas gain is the amount of gain, sort of distorting the signal. Gain is not a volume knob. It'll, when you increase gain, it will get louder, but it's quote, not a volume knob. And on the solo channel, it has a level, which again is a volume. Shape, and the shape is actually more of a mid scoop. I think it subtracts or adds mids to it. And then the gain, it's self-explanatory. And it does have a reverb on this amplifier, and this reverb works on all channels, but these crates come, several models use the same foot switch. I'll hold it up for you. It's this 3-button switch right here. Buttons 1 and 2 are your solo and rhythm channel, whereas button 3 is for the reverb. So if I hit button 3, it lights up blue. That just lets me know it's the reverb's on. Now it's off. With no pedal engaged, with no lights on, you're on the clean channel. And what we're playing through today is just this, it's a Dean Chicago ML. What year was it made? It's a 2013 model. It has Seymour Duncans in it, super distortions. It's your average, pretty good, humbucker. String through body, it's a set neck, okay? So anyway, it's going from the guitar into just a tuner and then into the front of the amp. Now, on the back side of the amp, you do have a 2 speaker outputs, a left and a right, and you also have an effects loop, a send and return. A lot of times I'll take a multi-effects unit and I'll go through just the return of the effects loop in this head. When you just go into just the return side of the effects loop with your multi-effects unit, you're bypassing all the preamp stuff. So nothing on the front of the amp will work, but you have to be mindful that the amp is pretty much wide open. So you control all your volume and tone and everything else through just the multi-effects unit. Now, if I was running an individual pedal board, I would go into the front with overdrives, a wah, and then in the effects loop, I would use like a delay or flange or some of your modulations that way. So anyway, we're going to play it. We're going to strum it here. Now, I don't know how loud this is. Now, what I want to tell you is on the clean channel, the volume's only at the number 2 mark. And then all the EQ settings, the high, mid, and lows, on the clean and the rhythm channel are all at noon, 12 o'clock. And then over here at the solo, it's at the same level of 2. The gain's at 12 o'clock, and the shape is at 12 o'clock. So everything's pretty much at 12 except for your volume. So we're going to do channel 1. Let me move this cord here. And we're using the bridge pickup. Well, if I undo the tuner, here we go. Now that's, in this room, I know the phone doesn't do it justice. Sorry, I don't have good video equipment, but that's crank. So this is real good, a good clean channel to especially push pedals in the front of, that's for sure. Okay, so here we are again. And we'll do our both pickups. And then our neck. And so now we're going to engage button 3, and this is the reverb, which is no reverb, it's on 0 right now. So we'll go G, D, E. I don't know, let's try the reverb. We're going to put the reverb at 12 o'clock, so this is halfway. It's going to be pretty good, I imagine. Oh yeah. So that's with your reverb, and you know, so this is all the way up. So it gets pretty wicked. So we're going to back this all the way back off. So that was your, so that's all the controls at 12 o'clock. We'll move one at a time. We're going to do on the clean channel. Now we're going to take our highs and we're going to, we're going to take our lows and we're going to suck them all the way out. We're going to turn them all the way off. Now we're going to put the lows back up at the 12 o'clock position. We're just using the bridge, that's why it's so bright with the super distortion. Now we're going to put the bass all the way over. Remember, our highs and mids are still at the 12 o'clock position. And we'll roll it off while we just hold the chord. Alright, so there we go. Everything back at noon. Now we're going to take our mids and we're going to go all the way to the off position. Now we're going to take our mids, go back to the noon position. And now we're going to take the mids all the way over. And now we're going to take the mids back to the 12 o'clock position. Now we're going to take our highs, we're going to take them all the way off. Now we're going to go back midway again to the 12 o'clock position. And now we're going to take the highs all the way over. We're going to roll them back. Pot's a little scratchy right there. Need to clean that. So there we go with our clean channel. And this is going into it's an old Ibanez Tone Blaster 412 cabinet. It's 8 ohms. Suits my needs just fine. Alright, so now when we let me turn my tuner on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the rhythm channel. Like I stated at the beginning, with no lights on, it is on the clean channel. Now to get to the rhythm channel, you're going to hit button 2. And as you see, the corresponding light lights up here as well. I'm going to turn it off. Goes back to clean. See, it's green. And then we're going to click it. Now we're back. We're on the rhythm side. Like, again, I'm pretty sure my neighbor's not home. Oh, well. Anyway, so now we're on the rhythm side. Remember, all the EQ settings are at 12 o'clock plus the gain. And then our volume's at the same level on the dial as the clean channel was. Now I'm going to click this off and you'll hear the difference in the clean channel at 2 and your level at 2 on the rhythm. Hitting this A. Now we're going to take it off. There's a big, a pretty big difference. But you have an individual volume over here as well as with your rhythm, which they call the level. So you can match them up so when you're switching between the two, there's not such a dramatic volume change. Alright, so that's at 2. Now what we're going to do is we're going to crank it up a little bit. We're going to go, that's at 3. That's more compatible. We'll go back to the clean. Click it now. Alright, so now we're going to take our mids and we're going to, the first thing we're going to do on the rhythm, we're going to suck them all the way out or turn it all the way off. Alright, now we're going to put our mids all the way over. So there we go with our mids. So we're going to go back to the middle. We'll take our highs all the way off. Alright, now we're going to take our highs, we're going to go all the way over. Alright, now we're going to take our highs back to the middle. So now we're going to take our low, we're going to take all the low end out now. Alright, so now we're going to take our lows, we're going to go all the way over with the lows. So there's the lows all the way over, so we're going to go back to the middle. Now we're going to roll our gain from noon. Now the gain never changed the gain, remember that, it was at noon. So we're going to take the gain and put it only at 2. I'm going to roll the gain knob. That's gain, no gain. That's just barely turning it on. Back to noon. Now we're going to take the gain all the way over to the 3 o'clock position. Now we're going to take take it all the way over. That's full gain. Alright, so now we've gone over that channel. That's your rhythm channel. And remember, all the reverbs do works when you just want to click it on. The reverb off. Reverb on. Alright, so now we're going to go back to clean. Alright, so now we're going to go over here to the solo channel right quick, which is when you engage the solo channel, you do have to, we're going to hit it right here. You see no button the light does not come on. The only thing that's weird about this is that you can only go from your rhythm to the solo channel. See, I can't go from clean to solo. I don't know why, but for some reason they've configured it that way. So you have to be in the rhythm channel to use for the foot switch and engage it. It turns red. All right, so we're gonna set this down. Okay, so now our level on this is still at 2, and the shape, which acts like a mid frequency knob, and then the gain, they're both at 12. So we're gonna go, and then I'm gonna switch between this solo, and I'm gonna go right over to the rhythm. And I'm gonna increase this volume up until now I'm at pretty much identical to what the rhythm is. See, it's a little bit louder. This one's it's a little bit, so we got to back this off. All right, so there's our solo channel with the shape at noon. There's that. So we're going to take our shape, we're going to take it all the way over and off. Alright, now we're going to take our shape, we're going to go all the way wide open. We're going to hit this chord. We're adjusting the shape. Now we're going to run the gain about off. Increase the gain now. All the way over. So that's her. That's the Crate Shockwave GT3500H. For a solid state. Now it weighs, that thing's got to weigh 35 pounds. It's a beast, okay? But if you can find one, man, it's worth the money. Take care.